This midweek, my thoughts, and I'm pretty sure your thoughts, are with and on what's going on in the Middle East. The violence that we've seen played out there the last several days, Hamas attacking Israel, people of Israel, women, children, older adults, murdered, kidnapped, in a widespread attack. It leads us to once again to consider where we find hope. That's a region of the world that always seems to be under great stress. Division, conflict, are just a way of life over there. And I think all of us, whether it's that part of the world or any of the other great problem areas of the world where there is so much unrest, really wonder if there is a solution. And it makes us lament. But I think we also can still find hope. First, we lament. In Psalm 13, verse 1, the psalmist laments and says, "How long, O Lord? Will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me? How long must I wrestle with my thoughts and every day have sorrow in my heart?" The psalmist then, just like us today, wonder, how long will this go on? Almost a sense of wondering and fearing that there is no hope. God, of course, gives us liberty to lament like that. So where do we find our hope? In the midst of these terrible events of the world, where injustice and suffering are played out repeatedly, it seems. Well, we can turn to Scripture again. And we turn, in this case, to Isaiah chapter 2. The word that Isaiah, son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. Isaiah writes, "In days to come, the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established as the highest of the mountains, and shall be raised above the hills. All the nations shall stream to it. Many peoples will come and say, 'Come, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob, that he may teach us his ways, that we may walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth instruction, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. He shall judge between the nations, and shall arbitrate for many peoples. They shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore." Isaiah gives us a future look at what is to come, and it's still hopeful. And then, of course, there are the hopeful words that we find in the book of Revelation, the 21st chapter, which depicts the new heaven and the new earth. "Then I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth had passed away, and the sea was no more. And I saw the holy city, the new Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, 'See, the home of God is among mortals. He will dwell with them. They will be his peoples. And God himself will be with them. He will wipe every tear from their eyes. Death will be no more. Mourning and crying and pain will be no more. For the first things have passed away.'" That's what we hope for. It's not what we wish for. It's what we hope for. And hope is different than wishful thinking. Hope is having confidence that what God has planned will come to fruition. And so in the midst of our sadness, in the midst of our lament over what is happening today in Israel, in the midst of our prayers for peace and justice for all, we still, in our God, have hope. I hope you find that hope today. I'll see you in church on Sunday back to our regular schedule at 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock. 9 o'clock for our casual service outside, weather permitting, and 11 o'clock, our traditional service in the sanctuary. Have a blessed week, and I'll see you then.